What a season it has been so far for the Tampa Bay Sharks. After a 40-42 regular season record, we have gone from a planned tournament spot all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, and today we start that series against the 5-seed Toronto Raptors. We have only lost one game so far in the playoffs. That was back in round 1 against the Hawks. We swept the Hornets, and now we enter a 5 versus 7 seed matchup, and we have seen Noah McCall have an even bigger uptick in production. It seems he just gets better series after series. Multiple 40-point games in the sweep of Charlotte. Theo Wright has been really good. Coward has shot the ball lights out. Sears has given us that spark off the bench we've been waiting for. Mark Williams and Corey Cousins have been kind of on an equal playing field on the offensive end at least, and we got Tevin Wilson back, and he's going to play a full-time role off the bench, and we're going to remove Ron Holland from our lineup because of just a lack of anything that he's really giving us. I think Tevin Wilson is giving us more of pretty much every stat that we can possibly ask for, so he's going to be out there a lot more, and I think having Max Christie back in this rotation has been a huge part in why we have been so good. Now, his numbers don't stand out, but they are way better than they were when he played for us earlier this season. So having that, plus having our team fully healthy, and having McCall become this kind of upper echelon star in the playoffs, it all has coalesced into a playoff run that nobody really saw coming. I asked you guys last episode, should I adjust the rotation? And you guys said mostly to not do that. So I'm going to let them decide who they're going to start, who they're going to play. And they're going to play Irving Arenas at point guard over Keon Frazier, who is in his second or third season and has been pretty good for them, but he's going to come off their bench to open the series. They've got Scotty Barnes. They got Spencer Strickland here as their best player, and it's kind of a weird matchup here. Both teams, nobody really expected to get here. The Raptors are currently in a rebuilding team state according to team intelligence, and so are we. So nobody thought this was possible for either team. I think the overall team ratings are pretty even. I think we might have the edge a little bit overall, but they do have a higher rated player in Strickland than we do in McCall. But McCall has played way above his overall, as we have seen game after game. So I really don't know what to expect. I was expecting more of a fight from both the Hawks and from the Hornets. We did not get that. Maybe it's time for the Raptors to do just that in a different kind of a way. If we look at the team comparison going into this game, they have some low post offense strengths just like we do. We are not a team that's going to force many steals, but they don't really have other weaknesses. In the matchup reports, that offensive IQ is still a problem for us. They're a really good defensive team, especially in the post. So, gotta watch out for that. We'll see if we can win the three-point battle. That's going to be a big reason why either of these teams might win this series. But like all the previous series, the other team is the spread consensus pick. So, can we once again put together a huge upset and potentially even make the NBA Finals? I think that would be completely unprecedented and kind of rings the bell back to the Miami Heat's run a couple years ago. We did win the last matchup against Raptors in pretty strong fashion, 105-88. We'll see if we can do the same here in Game 1. And going into Game 1, Sidney Rogers will be fully healthy for Toronto, and he is their starting 2. So good to have them nearing full health. They still have one other guy that is a bit banged up, but I want to see this team at their full strength because that's going to give us the best possible matchup, I think. But we start on the road as always in Toronto. Let's find out who can take the first game and who can set the tone for the rest of this conference finals series. I really have no idea what to expect. No idea at all, but two teams on opposite ends of the Eastern region here. They're over in Canada. We are all the way down in Tampa, Florida. So we have traveled a long way to a different country, across our own country. Can we take the first game? Scotiabank Arena welcomes you to Game 1 as we officially tip off the Eastern Conference Finals. The playoff run continues for the Tampa Bay Sharks. We are on my version 3.2 CPU versus CPU sliders. The gameplay speed cranked up to 53 compared to 50 in every episode previously. But here we go. They missed their first shot. Tampa has the ball. The all-right back out. Coward's open for a triple and gets the scoring started. Great starts for Tampa Bay. Scotty Barnes works his way inside, hop steps, but not able to finish through the contact from McCall. Should be a fun matchup between those two here in this matchup in this series. McCall driving, and he'll get by Barnes. And it's 5-0 Sharks. Over the top, and the pass is stolen. Mark Williams cuts it off. McCall against Barnes will rise, and that shot's too strong off the window. Rogers back to Barnes. He's on the board, and so is Toronto. Handing off to the right. He makes a move, lobs it up to Noel McCall. And the two young studs link up. Strickland cuts, scores, and is fouled by Coward. First points for the newest star here with the Raptors, Spencer Strickland. He's kind of overtaken Scotty Barnes for that main role, but they're kind of a 1A, 1B kind of situation here. The pass, open triple, Dior right, too strong, and Scotty Barnes pulls down the miss. Mismatch inside, Jackson, quick shot, left it short. Williams the rebound. Call gets the handoff and dashes right to the rack, nobody there. And it's a quick 6 points for Noel McCall. Barnes the pick, Rogers back to him, open look, but Scotty Barnes can't connect. McCall's calling for it. Barnes on his back, backing him down, and he'll finish. Oh, Coward tried to go for the steal. Good pickup, but Barnes left open, and that time he'll knock it down. McCall has gotten to the rim plenty of times already. Barnes stonewalls him. Back out right, the mid-ranger, and he's fouled on the attempt by Arenas. For the first free throws of the contest coming up for the Sharks. The first one drops in for the all-right, 13 points per game, 5 assists per game here in his rookie campaign. And he's gotten better as the year has gone on. Jackson, the screen. Barnes back to him. Decent look, and he'll knock it down off the window. Inside, right is denied by Jackson. Let's try this again. Shot clock approaching 0. Right, fires over Arenas, just in and out. Strickland pulls in the miss. Off the screen, Arenas fires a triple, no good. Barnes flies inside for the putback. Call, baseline, crosses over against two defenders. Barnes this time picks up that rejection. Only a couple seconds to fire here. Wright has it. Takes the screen. Pulls up. Missed it. The pass inside. Jackson will put Toronto in front. Off-ball screen set for McCall. His first triple attempt is through the basket. Mark Sears, Tevin Wilson on the floor for the first time here in the conference finals as Rogers is able to tie the game at 16. McCall again from downtown, too strong. And the rebound goes to the Raptors. And that is almost stolen away by Wilson. But Barnes able to corral it. Off the screen, Arenas not able to connect. McCall lost the handle. And Strickland picks up his first steal. Oh, good pass. Jackson open again. He's hit 2 of those mid-range shots. The pass inside. Williams in front of the defense. Couple screens, and that bounce pass is knocked away. Jackson lays out for it and shows off the hustle. Clock under 10 now for Toronto. Barnes has it. He'll fire a 3, and it's no good. Over the top, Wilson with his first points here in the series. Wilson now guarding Scotty Barnes. Time winding down. Barnes throws it up and left it short. Ball back out. Wilson has room, but can't complete the play. Barnes steps back. Not the best start for Scotty Barnes. A couple of jump shots not going his way. He's now 3 for 8. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Good move. Right kicks it out. McCall can't get it to go. And Rogers ends up with the rebounds. Strickland, quick shot off the feed. It won't go. McCall gets the handoff. Hands it off to Wilson. He'll attack and draws the foul on Strickland with 3.5 on the shot clock. The front end for Tevin Wilson is not going to go, and he's a 91% free throw shooter this season, but misses the first, hits the second. Inside, Gervais Misi to Sheldon. Time counting down. He's got a fire from the elbow. It won't go. Tevin Wilson with the rebounds. A cold spell now for both offenses really from the field. Sears back out. Corey Cousins got it from downtown. Out of the corner. And the shot is blocked by Tevin Wilson. Fantastic defense by him. The Sharks run right now at 8-0 the last 3.5 minutes. We have the final play here in the first quarter, and another foul is drawn by Tevin Wilson. At the line to extend the lead to close the first quarter. This time the front end will fall. And the back end is good. 26-18. Only a couple seconds left. Nador fires well short. And it's a low-scoring first quarter. The Sharks are in control. Start of the second quarter. Can the Raptors find their offensive footing? Only shooting 40%. They have 1 3 out of 7 attempts. We have not been a lot better. We have 2 extra makes on 2 more attempts, but neither team has shot very well from downtown. But there you go. Gervais Misi scores at the rim to end the scoring droughts and get the Raptors back online. It's spin move. Coward gets around Roberts and lays it in for 2. Good move. Sharks up to 50% shooting from the field. Raptors a couple ticks behind. Murray Boyles rises. No good. Tough shot. Off the screen. Coward tries to shuffle it, but right into a defender. The Raptors get it back, trailing by 8. And Frazier is denied. Was that Mark Sears with that rejection? Wilson wants it down low. He's got a mismatch. He likes the mid-range fadeaway, but it's not really a high percentage look. Markov finds Murray Boyles. He's fouled at the rim by Max Christie. So they've already gone like 11 deep in their rotation. I've tried to adjust their settings where they're not doing that, because they really shouldn't be, because their bench depth is currently at 9. That's what it was before I even took them over. So not sure why they're going further into their bench, but I tried to fix it. We'll see if that holds true the rest of the game. Clock under 5. Coward forces the shot. BC reels it in. Open shot for Rogers. But still not many jump shots falling for Toronto. Inside. McCall doubled. Sears left open. Catch and shoot three. He's not going to miss those. They go quick. And they will get 2 points out of it from Misi. McCall open for three. That's not going to go. Tipped out to Rogers. Arenas hands it off. Open look. And still nothing dropping for Toronto. Quick shot. Tough one. McCall a little overzealous there. Rogers below the rim, hands it off. Misi called for a three in the key. McCall has a lane. He will lay it in through the contact from Murray Boyles. 13 points on 50% shooting for McCall. Picking up right where he left off in the last series. Murray Boyles has a lane. Why would he kick that out? No idea. McCall finds room, but can't connect. Murray Boyles can't knock it down. These guys cannot hit threes to save their lives. That pass is cut off and stolen. Jackson ends up with it. The pass, Jackson open. That's his first miss on that mid-range look. He's had a couple of those. McCall slices between defenders and eventually takes it inside to the rack. 35-24. The Raptors offense looks lost right now. Time winding away. Arenas fires a three. It's not going to go. Call downhill. Finds Cousins on the pick and roll. Timeout Toronto. If this keeps up as we approach halftime, might just move on to the next game because this is terrible for the Raptors. They cannot shoot. Rogers makes a move, but can't connect. They've got to be shooting sub 40% now for sure, right? McCall fires a three. He's gone relatively cold from downtown as of late. There's Jackson down the middle. More attempts from downtown. McCall this time able to knock it down. 7 here in the quarter, 18 now in the contest. Barnes finds Jackson. He'll fire a three. They've still only hit a single one. Good spin move. McCall, though, picks up his dribble. Mark Williams has to fire. And McCall is able to get there and put it back in. They have 6 points in the quarter. We've scored 16. Back to Jackson. This time he'll connect from downtown. Their second three of the half. McCall finishes through the contact. Absorbs the foul. Now has 22 points. We're going to call a timeout before the free throw, but 2:34 to go in the half, and the Raptors have no signs of life. We've pretty much seen this exact same narrative unfold in the first game of every playoff series with the Sharks to this point. The other team just can't get it going. They can't put the ball in the basket. They don't shoot threes efficiently. And we don't play like great offense, but we play well enough to hold on to a double-digit lead. Arenas knocks down his first attempt. McCall again scores. Nobody can guard this guy. 11 for 21. He's taken more than half of our team's shots, but why not? He's been so good. Stepping back, Arenas. What a play and shots. McCall from downtown. He's catching fire again. He is 7 points shy of outscoring the Raptors by himself. But there, oh, I thought he was going to make that. I'll scratch what I was going to say. You're right. Works his way inside and is able to lay it in for two. Handing off. McCall misses that time. Rebound goes to Roberts. He'll bring it up. Wide open for the corner, but Keon Frazier not able to knock it down. Final play of the half. Sears in the corner. No good. And we go to halftime, leading 52-35. The Raptors offense has a lot of questions to answer with. Still a lot of basketball left to play. We'll see if they can figure things out here in the first 5 or so minutes of the second half. Start of the second half. Raptors have a lot of things to figure out, but we'll see if they can close the gap any further in the first few minutes of the half. That's going to be a foul against Jackson. I think he's been probably overall the best player. He's got a couple of blocks, a couple of jump shots have fallen for him. Free throw won't go for Mark Williams here. But we'll give them until about the 7-minute mark of the third to make it a more interesting before we move on and jump to game 2. Here's Barnes. Rising. Can't connect. Coward the rebound. They've taken some tough threes, and they have had 3 separate scoring droughts. The all-right detonates. Time counting down. Rogers misses. Now time counting down for us. Right. Can't connect on that jumper. Off the screen, Arenas spots up. He's been pretty solid as of late. Backing down Arenas, fading away. Dancing off the rim goes Steele Wright's shot attempts. He's now 2 for 8 from the field, has not shot the best. Quick shot from the corner. Arenas, another triple. That's his 4th in the last 4 minutes of game time. It's 55-41 now. The call dumps it down low. Mark Williams behind the defense. Sharks 22 for 45. Raptors just 16 for 43. Scotty Barnes catch and shoots. Not even that will go. Rogers mid-ranger won't go. The tip will though for Misi, who just came in. Baseline, good pass, BC throws it down. They've cut the lead to 12, will stay in for a bit longer. Mark Williams, the screen, the three-pointer from Wright will drop in this time. From downtown, on the move. A lot of those kinds of shots for Toronto. Rogers tries again. It's off again. About to sit to the end of this one because they're just not doing much. Arenas has missed his last couple of attempts too. 15-point lead, half the quarter left, just about. I think we're gonna sim the rest of this one and move on. It seems like it's just been the same kind of a game to open the series for all of these. Hoping for something a little more different, but the scoring for Toronto has been pretty poor. They do outscore us by 2 in the third quarter after simming, but the fourth quarter has not gone their way, and the Sharks are going to take game 1 by a score of 114-89. So, 21 points for Scotty Barnes, 19 for Colin Murray-Boyles, 12 for Arenas, Misi, 11 for Bradley Jackson. For the Sharks, McCall ends up with another 40-point game. 41, 8 and 5, 2 steals, 16 for 28. The 3-ball was not very effective for him this game. Dior Wright continues to struggle from the field overall, but passes very well. He's a good facilitator, a good offensive engine. And we had some good shooting from role players like Coward, Sears, Christie. So, really solid win. Team comparison, I mean, they shot 34%. I'm going to show a screenshot right now of the testing results that I did for this set before I actually put it into this series. I never saw a team shoot 34. There was a team that shot 39%, I think. But the average was right around 49 or 50%. The average points was like 112. So we were around there. The Raptors were way worse. So the three-point numbers for both teams especially were way down from the usual numbers. There were also a lot more free throws than you would typically get in a game on these sliders. But 24 is like about league average, like a little bit over league average per game. So that overall is fine, but you would expect the Raptors to just shoot better moving forward. With that 41-point game, McCall has now essentially tied Cooper Flagg for second place in scoring in the playoffs per game at 32.1. He's actually had numbers pretty comparable to Cooper Flagg overall, with rebounds, assists are higher. Not quite putting up those defensive numbers, but he's very close behind Cooper Flagg in a couple areas, and also ahead of Flagg in a couple areas. We might have found a true superstar based on this play. The Raptors now get to full health with Colin Murray-Boyles fully healthy. So we'll have the CPU adjust their rotation. He will not be coming in, but he will be coming off their bench. They'll keep Arenas as their starting point guard. And we're going to sim the first half of game 2 and jump in the second half if it is relatively close. First quarter, even. Second quarter, Sharks make a run. The Raptors answer. And we go to halftime. The Raptors are in front 49-45. So a low-scoring first half. Let's jump in and watch the rest of it to close the episode. So we have The Rock trailing by 4. Very close game. A call to make it a 1-point game. No good. Mark Williams just got hurt. He's grabbing his like lower abdomen, it looked like. He is a top 4 player in the playoffs in terms of field goal efficiency, but that means that we're going to see him exit. He is kind of an injury-prone player. He's grabbing his left hip, it seems, actually. And so in comes Corey Cousins. You don't see injuries very often here in a CPU gameplay, but here we are. So we'll see if that plays a part in the rest of this game and the series. Hopefully it's not too bad of an injury, but you just never know. That shot's not going to go. Coward ends up with the rebounds. Up ahead. Right, quick shots. Won't go. Barnes will take it himself on the other end and extends the Raptors' lead to 6. Downhill into a 3, and McCall cuts their lead in half. Murray-Boyles off the screen. Can't connect from downtown. Why did they have Murray-Boyles and Misi in to start the second half? They got 2 of their starters out right now. Strickland not out there. Wonder what happened to him. There's Corey Cousins for the deuce. Murray-Boyles. Good dish. Rogers got it from the corner. McCall open. And he got it. Back-to-back threes for McCall. It's a 1-point ball game. Good pass inside. Couple of pump fakes, and Cousins forces the pass out. The shot for Rogers won't go. Cousins pulls it in. Good pass. It got through to Cousins. Assist to Wright. Here's Murray-Boyles finding some room to fire. Good box out by Cousins. Clock winding away. Over the top. No, cut off by Yves Misi. Barnes got by McCall just for a second, and it's too much. The Raptors retake the lead. Call contested. Won't go. Toronto has it. Barnes, a foot inside the arc. Too strong. Wright blocked by Barnes. Arenas tracks it down and cuffs it up. Christie has it, and Wright absolutely throws it down. Back to Murray Boyles, and it's cut off. Mark Williams, strained left hip, apparently done for the season according to Ali LaForce. So that might have a big impact on the future of this playoff run if that is a accurate report. We'll see if he can play through it, but I doubt it. The hip injuries, that affects a lot of attributes. So that could be big in this series. That means that we're going to see a larger role for Corey Cousins the rest of the way. That means that we might be seeing Sean Mason come in a big backup role. Corey Cousins turns it over. Downtown, Murray Boyles in and out. Raptors trail 58-59. Murray Boyles now 1 for 9 from the fields. After getting back to full health, surprised to see him struggle so mightily shooting-wise. McCall looking to isolate here against Scotty Barnes. Can't get by him. Cousins gets the offensive rebound. Baseline, and McCall able to draw the contact. Second foul on Barnes. We love calling timeouts after drawing a foul. Inside, and Messi ties the game after McCall split the pair of free throws. It's 60-60. Coward takes his time and puts us right back in front. Good pass. Barnes open, but he cannot answer. And we turn the ball over. Tevin Wilson, bad pass. Messi jumped in front. We have 15 turnovers here in the game. That is a lot. Messi down the middle, assisted by Barnes. Murray Boyles has plenty of space. Finally, it connects. And the Raptors are in the lead. Dump down low. Wilson likes the fadeaway. Again, those have not been efficient shots for him. And now Boyles, Murray Boyles, fouled by McCall to extend the lead here. The first one will fall. I gotta change their shoes. I hate that 2K gives some of these role players the 2K shoes. Just give these guys random shoes and not those. How hard is that? Downhill, Coward finds Cousins rolling. Works it to perfection. 10 points now for Corey Cousins. We still have not seen any of Spencer Strickland. Where is he? Did he get hurt earlier this game, or did he foul out already? That has to be the case because he has not appeared in the third quarter yet. Wilson fades again. Nearly went in, but a couple hops off the rim, and the Raptors still lead by 2. Rogers open. Finally hits a 3. He has struggled so far from the field in both games 1 and 2. Here's McCall from downtown. Won't go, but it's tipped out by Corey Cousins. He tries again, and McCall closes the gap to 2. He's got 18. Inside, Jackson can't lay it in. It's too strong off the glass. Good pass, open 3 for Tevin Wilson. He's now cold from the field, really. Good pass, Arenas is open, but he can't hit either. Coward on the other end, he'll knock it down. And the Sharks lead 71-70. A very back and forth affair. Inside to Murray Boyles, and there's nobody home for Tampa Bay. Screen from Cousins. The shot from Wilson misses. Barnes downhill, blocked. Coward read that play perfectly. Good pass to McCall. He'll race to the rack and throw it down. And we are back in front. I hope this continues for the fourth quarter. I want to see a very tight finish here. That could be a really fun way to kind of breathe some life into this series. Arenas from way downtown. 4.5 seconds left. McCall brings it up from half court. Off the back iron. It's a Raptors lead through 3, but it's a very close game. The fourth quarter is underway, and Keon Frazier makes a nice pass to find Jackson to extend the lead to 4 for Toronto. Right, downhill, through the contact, what a finish. He has shown us some flashes of that ability to create his own shots and attack the basket. I want to see more of that from him as he continues to improve to close his rookie campaign. The pass, Jackson's open, but misses the shot as he left it short. Pick here from Williams. He'll roll inside, gets the pass and finishes, so he's back on the floor, clearly playing through the strained left hip. So, might be able to play through it beyond just this game. There's Jackson again. They're feeding him right now. If you're curious like I am, Strickland only played 9 minutes, did not foul out. He must have gotten hurt and must be out for the rest of the game. I see the injury. He has a twisted left knee and is not able to play through it. So that will, in theory, help us out. But so far, the Raptors have done a good job making up for what they're losing with his play. He is actually more so the 1B to Scotty Barnes' 1A. They don't even really have like a star player that's putting up like more than 18, 19 points per game this season. Right, fakes a spin move under the basket, kicks it out. Clock is under 5. Wilson the screen. The shot is up and no good from Mark Sears. Over the top and stolen. Coward read that play. A couple of nice defensive plays by him so far in this second half. Now a chance for us to tie or take the lead. Wilson. Back out. Coward for the lead. Got it! They go quick, and Roberts will give the lead right back to Toronto. Clock again, winding away. Coward feeling it. Back-to-back trifectas. Frazier against your rights. Well-defended play. And a chance to extend the lead now as the Sharks hold on 83-81. 8.5 minutes left to go. Coward scanning. Great pass. Tevin Wilson was wide open, but couldn't take advantage. Off the screen. Frazier hands it off. Jackson fires. And we're tied. 19 for Bradley Jackson. 14 inside the paint. We're going to dump it down low. Tevin Wilson. Little fake out there, but not able to score. Off-ball screens for McCall. He's open for a triple. And connects off the your right assist. I think that was Sears, actually. Excuse me. Murray Boyles bobbles the pass. And the rebound is tipped down to Tevin Wilson. Christie downhill. Finds Wilson. He's open again. This time he hits. And the lead doubles to 6. Downhill. Good pass. Jackson fades, but it's short. That pass deflected. McCall turns it over. Murray Boyles gets by Christie. Really nice take right there. 11 lead changes, 3 ties. Raptors, though, trailing by 2 scores. Christie from downtown. Rebound tipped out. Reeled in by Jackson. Murray Boyles fading. What a shot. McCall can't hit from downtown. 2-point game. The Raptors can tie it up here. Murray Boyles wants it down low against McCall. At the restricted arc, but not able to finish. Good defense down low by our star player. We'll try a 3 again. That one's also a little bit offline. Off the screen, Murray Boyles for the lead. Got it! What a shot! One of those was bound to fall for him. He's been trying those kind of moving threes. Cousins with a nice lay-in. Good pass there by, I think that was Sears. And it's a 1-point Sharks lead. Approaching crunch time now here in Scotiabank Arena in Game 2. Anybody's game. Misi tries a triple, but it's a little offline. Starters at the scorers table for both teams for the next dead ball. Cousins, baseline, bucket, and foul. Jackson with his 4th. It will allow us to bring in our starting players. Coward back on the floor. Right back on the floor. Scotty Barnes back out there for Toronto, and so is Irving Arenas. Barnes has some room. No good. Offensive rebound, but the putback won't go for Misi. Double screens. McCall steps into a fading triple. Needs to take his time there on those kinds of looks. Quick shot. No good. McCall is there to bring in the miss. You're right, downhill. Shuffles it to Cousins for 2. Now he is taking over here in the 4th quarter. He's got that activated. A 6-point Tampa Bay lead, 2.5 to play. Raptors need some life offensively, but they almost turn it over, but it's out of bounds off McCall. Barnes misses the moving triple. Right is wide open. Way downtown. Won't go, but a very physical rebound by Corey Cousins keeps it alive. McCall gets the handoff. No good. Tipped out. Coward tracks it down. And again, another chance for Tampa Bay. Wrights. No good. Big stop right there by the Raptors. They got to score here, though. And they lost it. Murray Boyles couldn't handle it. And now if we score here, it could be game over for Toronto. McCall fakes it. Finds Cousins. Clock under 5. McCall gets it back. Has to shoot. The floater won't go. Good passing. Arenas open. He hits from the corner. And the Sharks have their lead cut in half. Here we go, folks. 60 seconds left. McCall can't connect from downtown. A chance to tie for the Raptors with a triple. It's 96-93. Barnes wants it down low. Mismatched against Wright. Off the window. Too strong, but he got it back. Rogers can't tie it. And it was a clean look. That was the best look they'll have the rest of this game. McCall attacking, scoring through the contacts. A 3-point play on the way. He always seems to have a play like that in his back pocket for these late game situations. 30 seconds left. Toronto has to go quick here. Arenas thought about it, almost gave it away. 20 seconds left. Barnes fading. Tough shot. McCall the stop and the rebound. And the free throws can put the game out of reach. You're right at the line. You've been here before. The front end will fall. And the back end will push the lead to 8. They'll burn their last timeout. And the Tampa Bay Sharks take game 2 just like all the rest of them. A 2-0 lead. Again, starting off with back-to-back road victories, just like against the Hawks and Hornets. This team, man, this team, out of nowhere, might be special. You just got to keep going to find out. But what a start again against the 5-seed Raptors. And now with Alex Strickland How can the Raptors respond to this adversity? They got to play 2 games on the road and Tampa coming up. We'll see what happens. But McCall, like always, simply has it. Nobody scores more than 19 points for the Raptors in their Game 2 loss. Again, it was a good start for Strickland, but got hurt. Probably not able to play through it. 26-12 for McCall. Did have 9 turnovers, but he makes up for it with the 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Theo Wright had 20 and 9. Cousins stepped up after Mark Williams got hurt. Goes with 6 points, 7 rebounds. Don't say anything in the comment section about that. Coward, 18 points. And we lead this series 2-0. Mark Williams, apparently cannot play through it. Apparently can't, according to this right here. But then, of course, I can leave the rotation as is, which makes no sense if he can't play through it. We'll take a look at that here in a second. Strickland definitely can't play through it. There's no option to leave their rotation as it is, so we'll have the CPU adjust that. So they're going to have to bring in Murray Boyles in his place, who has been very inconsistent so far. The Spurs just beat the Kings at 96-90 in Game 2 over there. So right now, at least, it's looking like a Spurs-Sharks matchup in the finals. We'll see if that ends up happening. But for Mark Williams, his ratings are only down a little bit. Do we play him through the injury, or does Sean Mason get his chance? A lot of attributes going down for Mark Williams. Is it enough to warrant him being taken out? The speed and agility -10 is pretty rough. Vertical down by 12. It might be Sean Mason time as the backup 5. We'll see, though. I'll wait for the comments to give some feedback there. I think if Mason was in, he's not going to be asked to do a whole lot other than play the pick and roll game. That's pretty much it, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll leave it there for us, though. Another 2-0 start to a series. Can we close the door on Toronto next time, guys? Should be coming soon, hopefully on Thanksgiving Day or Black Friday. That's the goal at the very least. I will see y'all there. Thank you for watching as always. Please like the video, subscribe if you're new, leave your feedback down below, and I'll see y'all in the ECF Part 2. Take care. Have a great day.